everyone, my name is Marie. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video, I'm back in the world of San Myshuno and we're renovating an apartment, as you can tell, and this is one of the Culpeper apartments. It's 19 Culpeper House, and this is my absolute favorite apartment in the game. I just love the Culpeper apartments. I love all of them. They're so unique and I just really like them. And I also like this district, this more like family oriented little area of San Myshuno. I think is so wonderful and so cute. And I don't know, I just really love the Culpeper apartments, and I've definitely renovated this apartment before, but I felt like today I was allowed to go back to it and renovate 19 Culpeper House. So that is what I did. This is the apartment with the balcony, as you can see, which is why it's my absolute favorite. I just love that it has a little outdoorsy area. It's just so cute for families. And so I actually renovated this apartment and decorated it for a single dad and his two teenage kids. Now, for the storyline for this apartment, I was feeling very inspired by a Netflix show. It's very popular right now, so you've probably heard of it, but it's a show called Heartstopper. It's such a cute show. I watched it all in like one day, like one afternoon pretty much. And it's just, I just love it so much. It's like a coming of age story about figuring out your sexuality, stuff like that. And it's just really cute. And usually I don't really gravitate towards watching like coming of age, like high school stories, that sort of thing. But this one, it was just really good. I also believe it's based off of a book. And I'm a big reader. I haven't read this specific book. I usually read like fantasy and stuff like that. Not really this sort of thing, but having watched the show on Netflix, maybe I wanna read the book. I don't know. I know that is the wrong order. I always enjoy reading the books and then watching the shows, usually in that specific order. But for this one, since I just loved it so much, I feel like maybe I wanna go ahead and read the book, like step out of my reading comfort zone a little bit and read something different for a change. I feel like that might be fun. But yeah, I was just really inspired by Heartstopper for the storyline of this apartment. Now, I did not like create an apartment for the specific characters in the show. It's more so that I was just feeling very inspired by like certain characters and certain aspects of the show to kind of come up with my own storyline for this single dad's apartment. So that is what I did. And if you've watched Heartstopper or read it, then I'm sure you'll recognize certain aspects of this little storyline. But basically, as we are watching the whole place come together, by the way, it's not like this apartment is it's a mixture between modern and more like run down, not necessarily run down, but for example, you can tell that the kitchen was probably kind of recently renovated, or at least like touched up. Like at least they like painted the cabinets, but then you can see that the fridge, for example, is a little bit older, and then the stove might be a little bit on the newer side. However, it's not like the most expensive. So like this whole apartment is basically a mixture of newer and older pieces just thrown together. And yeah, it's just really for a single dad trying to make it all work, like trying to make ends meet. But yeah, for the storyline, like I said 1,000 times, this is an apartment for a single dad and his two teenage kids. And I was thinking that they're not twins. So the youngest teenager, he is a boy. He is about 14 years old, I was thinking 13, 14, but I'm thinking 14. And then he has an older sister and she is about 16, 17 years old. So there's a little bit of an age difference, but not too much. And they are not living with their mom. Their mom passed away very sadly. But that happened when they were still very young, like when the oldest, like when the daughter, when she was probably about like 8 years old, and then her brother even younger. So of course they remember their mom, but yeah, their mom has been gone for a very long time. And obviously that is very hard on the dad, but he is really just trying to make ends meet. And I feel like they're a very close family. Like they love each other very much. They have a lot of like family time, obviously because they went through something so difficult earlier in their lives. And I don't know, I just feel like they're a very cute, like wholesome, close little family. And yeah, they care for each other a lot. And then the boy, he is, like I said, he's 14 years old, and he is really at a stage in his life where he is definitely trying to figure out his sexuality. He is maybe dating a boy for the first time at this point, and he's just kind of going through different stages. He is like really trying to figure that out, and he is having a pretty rough time with it. Like, he's just very insecure, very unsure of what is going on. Like, all of a sudden he had a crush on this boy, and what is he going to do with that? And he acted on it, and he's really in that stage of his life where he is trying to figure out his sexuality, and that is difficult for him. And I feel like he gets picked on at school a lot. That was already before this whole thing happened with like the crush on a boy and stuff. He's not a popular kid. He gets picked on, and that is just something. Yeah, he's just not having a very easy time at school. And then his older sister, she is very down to earth, very relaxed, definitely not one of the popular kids either, but she just minds her own business. She is very, I don't know, it feels like she's very secure. She's very, she doesn't really have any issues where she feels very self-conscious or something like that. She just does her own thing. And I feel like she wants to become like a vet at some point. And I really try to reflect that in her bedroom as well. That she wants to at some point move to a more like rural area like Brindleton Bay. And she really, really wants to go to university and study to become a vet and maybe have her own vet clinic at some point. The city life is not for her. She really wants to move to like I said, a more like rural area, like the countryside or something like that, and have a little farm maybe even, or at least like a lot of animals to take care of, and then become a vet. So that is what she does, and that is very weird for like, at least like to the people at her school. Like, it's very, very unusual because she goes to a school in San Myshuno full of like city kids that are used to living in the city, like the majority of them. And not a lot of them are like, you know what, I don't want to live in the city. I want to move to the countryside. Like, that is just something that stands out a little bit, but it's something that she wants to do. She's very passionate about it, and she doesn't care what people think. Like, she just goes for it. She just does her own thing. And she obviously has her like her own friend groups, or like her own friend group. And she just does her thing. She's very relaxed is what I was thinking. And I was also thinking that she's very protective of her little brother. She is really, really helping him, trying like to figure out his sexuality. Like, she's really trying to be there for him whenever he needs her, like sticking up to bullies sometimes. And obviously that makes him a little bit angry because he doesn't want to make things worse. Like, he doesn't want his big sister to stick up for him and then give the bullies something else to tease him about, basically. So obviously they get into their own fights as well. I mean, they are siblings, but I just feel like the sister, she is really there for him. And then the dad, he is really, really also trying to be there for his son, also for his daughter, but she doesn't need him as much at this point. Like, she's just doing her own thing, and she's doing just fine with that. Obviously she probably also has her own issues, but at this point in their lives, the boy, the little brother, he really, really needs a support system, basically. And the dad, he is really trying to be there for him as best as he can, but he is feeling very, like, not necessarily uncomfortable with this, but it's just all very new to him. He's never really been through anything like this. He's really trying to be there for his son, but he doesn't always know how. He doesn't always know what his son like needs from him, or if he wants him to like leave him alone, stuff like that. Like, he's really, really trying to figure it out, but he's definitely struggling with it as well. And he's just the sweetest guy. And he gives his kids like anything and everything like that he possibly can. He's working really hard is what I was thinking, to like make ends meet. And but yeah, at this point, he is just really, really missing his wife probably. And he really just, he wishes that she was still here, like obviously for more reasons. He loves her, like he loved her very much, and he misses her. But like, now that his kids are teenagers and they're going through these like different phases and stages of their lives that are a little bit more difficult, he just wishes that the mom was still around to help him out with this stuff. And like, give his son his mother to like talk to about this kind of stuff, is what I was thinking. So he is having a pretty rough time himself as well, but he's a very, very sweet guy. And I was thinking that he really likes cars. You can see that I put up some little cars like that are kids decorations, but I placed them in the house, and I also put up these paintings from Strangerville with like cars and also airplanes. I just really feel like he is into like cars, airplanes, that sort of stuff. And I feel like he does, for his job, he does something with cars. Like maybe he is a, I don't really know what the word for that is, but like a car mechanic. Maybe he like works somewhere where he fixes cars for people. There is probably a better term for that I just don't know right now. English is not my first language, if you didn't know. So yeah, sometimes there are just words that I cannot come up with that I don't know the English, like the proper English term for. And like a car mechanic is definitely one of those things. Like maybe that is the proper term, but I'm just not sure. But you probably know what I mean. He does something with cars, and he works very, very hard, and he loves cars. I feel like he doesn't have one right now because they live in the city, and he doesn't really have a place to park it. It's probably very expensive to buy, like, what's that called? Like a permit? No, not a permit, but like to buy a parking spot basically, or rent one. It's just probably very difficult in the city. So he doesn't have a car right now, but it is his dream to at some point maybe move to a little house in a more like suburban area where he can have his own little driveway and have his own like fixer-upper car that he can work on. I feel like that would be his dream. So maybe he is working towards that and saving up for that. But then at the same time, his daughter is probably going to college pretty soon, and that would be very expensive as well. I feel like she's really trying to apply for scholarships and stuff, and I think that that will work out for her too, is what I feel like. But you can really see that I'm working on her bedroom right now, and it's definitely a little bit different from the rest of the apartment, and I was really trying to reflect her personality with that. Because like I already talked about, she wants to become a vet, and she wants to move to the countryside, or at least a more rural area like Brindleton Bay. Maybe even Henford-on-Bagley, but I feel like she would really enjoy Brindleton Bay. So yeah, I chose this very flowery wallpaper for her bedroom. I love this wallpaper, and I don't use it nearly enough. I feel like it's just so well made. It's so gorgeous. And especially for this bedroom, it's just really cute. So yeah, she has her own little desk with a computer because she probably needs that. It's a little bit of an older computer. I really enjoyed that too. They probably didn't have the money or didn't want to spend the money on a whole like brand new computer. They don't really need that. She just needs it for school, and this older looking computer is perfect for that. So yeah, and then for the little brother's bedroom, I feel like he is very much into music. I didn't really talk about this at all, but he is very much into music. So I gave him like a little record player, not a record player, just a little stereo and a little stack of CDs on his nightstand. And I also gave him the little electric piano and a guitar. So I feel like he really, really enjoys music. And this is also something I took from Heartstopper. If you've watched the show, then you know. The character in Heartstopper actually plays the drums, but we don't have a drum kit. So yeah, I decided to give this sim a piano, and they also have a guitar, so they really, really enjoy playing music, probably even writing their own songs. Maybe they also like to sing, but they are still a little bit insecure about that. Like they really are, like he's really writing his own songs and stuff like that. He's already working on that, but kind of in secret still. He doesn't really, at this point, he doesn't really want anyone to hear him sing, even though he probably has a pretty good voice. So maybe that is something that at some point he will become like more, I don't know, secure about, and he will let the world hear his songs. Like that is something that will probably happen for him in his life. But you can see that for his bedroom, he has a very colorful bedroom as well. I did not give him a computer, but I did give him a little tablet. So that is what he can use for school, stuff like that. Or maybe him and his sister share the computer in her room. That is something that's possible as well. And then I also put up some music related posters and stuff, as you can see. And then we also have this little outdoor area, which I think is really, really cute. And then one aspect for the storyline that I was thinking is, since the dad has been single for so long, I feel like his daughter is really trying to push him to put himself out there and like try and meet some people, like maybe go on dates, stuff like that, because he is definitely kind of ready for that. He misses someone in his life, and he is definitely ready to take that step, but he is also very, very scared about that. So I feel like that is something that his daughter is really trying to help him with. Also because she just really wants to see his dad or her dad happy as well. And she would love to have some sort of a stepmom or something like that. Like, she would just really love that. So she's really trying to help her dad take that next step of putting himself out there, maybe go on dates, maybe even start up like an online dating profile, something like that. That is definitely something she would help him with, which I thought would be cute. But yeah, this is going to be it for the speed build. So let's jump right into the game and I'll show you the apartment in real time. So here we have the apartment in the game. You can really see the floor plan from here. We have an open like kitchen, dining, living room situation, and then we have the bedrooms over here in the back. But yeah, when we walk into the apartment, we have the front door over here, obviously, and then we have a nice coat closet and a nice chair over here. I also put a ball back here. I thought that was cute. And then this little schedule board thing from Discovery University. I thought that would be a very useful item for this family. Then over here we have a little mirror, as you can see, another little coat rack, and this item that comes with the apartment. This is a Needs TLC apartment. We also have some like mice holes or like rat holes in a couple of the rooms. So, and we also have these pipes over here in the bathroom that break from time to time, but they are still accessible, and so is this thing. So that is nice. One thing I completely forgot to mention in the speed build portion of this video is that I was thinking this family would have a dog, a small little dog. I just thought that that would be so cute. So I placed a pet bowl over here, and then for the rest, you don't really need anything for dogs. I just put a couple toys on the balcony and then a pet bed in the boys' bedroom. But that is basically all you need for a dog. So yeah, I just really thought that this family would have a little dog. But yeah, over here we have the dining area. I cluttered up the table with some knickknacks. As you can see, we have a bookcase back here and another one of those car paintings. And then over here we have the kitchen. I love how this kitchen came out. I've never used this blue swatch of the counters, but for this house, I feel like it just looks so nice. Overall, you can see that I kind of went for a more quote unquote masculine furniture style and color scheme. I was really trying to reflect the whole like single dad aspect of this storyline with that, and I feel like I succeeded. So yeah, the kitchen is fairly simple. I really like how it came out though. We have a couple of island counters over here as well. I cluttered it up with some grocery bags and whatnot. And then over here we have the living room. So the living room has the sliding doors onto the balcony. I used this couch from the industrial loft kit. I just really like the color of it, and I felt like the color went perfectly with the rest of this color scheme. And we have some paintings over here and a nice little end table, a coffee table with some knickknacks, and I also made sure to place a gaming console, so that one is over there. And then we have the controllers on the coffee table. We have a nice TV and then some floating shelves as well. And then since we're here, I might as well just show you the balcony. I just love how this one came out as well. I feel like it's very cozy. So they have a little grill out here. I felt like the dad would really enjoy grilling for some reason. So yeah, I gave them a little grill. They have a dining table and then the pet toys, as you can see. And yeah, just this nice little area where they can hang out outside. Then over here, we have a teeny tiny little hallway that leads you into the bathroom over here on this side. I also included laundry for this apartment because I felt like that would be super realistic. So we have a nice shower tub combo, and then we have the laundry machines and the sink over here. These pipes, like I already showed you, and they're still accessible, so that is nice. They definitely do break from time to time, so yeah, you really need to be able to reach those. And then we have a toilet and a laundry basket, and then this little storage unit. And then over here, across from the bathroom, we have the dad's bedroom. I like how this came out. I really feel like this is such a like dad bedroom, and I don't know why. Probably because of the color scheme or something. But yeah, he has his bed and then his nightstands. He has his little miniature car and airplane over here, and then he has some paintings in here. He has a nice walk-in closet and a chair, and then a mirror in the corner and another laundry basket. Then over here we have the daughter's bedroom. I think this one is my favorite. It's just so colorful and so different from the rest of the apartment. It really stands out. So she has her bed over here, I felt like I didn't really need to put up too many posters and stuff since this wallpaper is already so busy. It's so much. So I just placed this little artwork with the animals. I just really love this one. It's so cute. And then over here, she has her desk with some knickknacks on it. And yeah, and then over here through this little, I almost want to call it a hallway, but she has this awkward little area in her bedroom where I just placed the walk-in closet. And then she also has a bookcase over here. So the shape of this bedroom is kind of awkward, but that is what I really like about it. I could have just not given her the walk-in closet. I just really wanted to try and place walk-in closets for all the bedrooms. So I tried that and I feel like it just looks really nice. And then over here we have the boys' bedroom. I love this one too. He has this purple lava lamp and I love the lighting that it gives off, like the whole like purpley, pinky glow, if you will, throughout the whole room. I just really like it. It definitely fits the vibe. So he has his bed over here and then some music related knickknacks, a pet bed for the dog in here. Then over here he has his little music corner with his instruments and then a desk over here tucked away in the corner where he can just sit down and do his homework or like work on songs. I don't really know. But yeah, that is basically it for this apartment. So this single dad's apartment is up on the gallery and it comes in at just over 65,000 simoleons. Now, as always with apartments, it's a little bit awkward to place them in your game, but you can download this as a room and then place it into 19 Culpeper House. It will fit there perfectly. You just have to make sure to put back the missing walls and then you should be fine. But that's gonna do it for today's video. So I really hope that you enjoyed this build. You can obviously go ahead and download it off the gallery like I just showed you. My username on the gallery is Simmarysims. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram if you'd like. My username on there is Simmarysims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so. And if you want to be notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!